All right, hey, welcome in. Latest edition of the SEC Power Rankings. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. I literally never know till you guys let me know that you can actually hear this nonsense. But, man, good luck. Good luck projecting this one. This was so hard to do. Some of these teams kind of easier to do. The top of the list, it's an absolute shit show. Georgia probably should have lost had they not faced a third-string quarterback. Was feeling good about A&M. They just got exposed. Oh, no. I swear I'm not drunk. I broke the the cap. We got to go back to another brand. RD1. Mark Stoops. The only thing worse than your offense is the caps to your fucking bourbon here. So we'll go with the old classic here. And then I swear we'll get to the power rankings. But, hey, it's your first time. You probably already turned it off. But only metric for the power rankings. If Team A meets Team B on a neutral field, who am I taking to win the game? Let's get into it. All right. Number 16. Mississippi State. Come on. Took care of whoever the hell you were playing, but I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with that performance. That was basically a bye, but so on to the next team. Kentucky, number 15. I actually moved Kentucky up a spot after the dog shit bourbon top here, but they looked impressive against Tennessee. Significantly more. Maybe that says more about Tennessee. I don't know, but. Kentucky, you're no longer in the cellar here. You're number 15. Congratulations. Auburn, 14. Oh, cheers to you, Hugh. Oh, man. All the Hugh defenders, they're starting to fall one by one by one. Glorious. It's glorious. Because, yes, this may seem like a joke, but some of us don't sell our soul to these coaches like others do. Don't trust those people. Trust us. We tell you how it is. It's coming apart at the seams. Never should have went with the quarterback. That was obvious from day one. Yet it took till football season for most of you Auburn people to come around, and still some of you were buying in after beating dog shit Kentucky. But you're number 14, Auburn. 13, Missouri. Didn't play today, so no movement there. 12, Oklahoma. No movement there. You got down against Maine. I was ready to pull the plug on the whole damn program, but then they came out and whooped ass like they should have. That's what you should have looked like the whole game against Maine. But, again, I'm not knocking you. I'm not knocking you for killing Maine, but I'm not moving you up either. All right, Arkansas, 11. What the hell was that? That was just awful. Whew, and we're right back to where we started from. I mean, you get one Tennessee performance, you get one LSU performance like that, you get one Ole Miss performance like that, and we're ready to run your ass off again. I hate it for them, but that was awful. All right, next. I don't want to talk about awful Arkansas anymore. Florida, 10. Maybe too high, because I don't know how long DJ Lagway's out. Maybe I missed it, but had he played that whole game, they probably win that game, but shoulda, coulda, woulda a lot of these games. Now they're down potentially to the third-string quarterback, but even still, their defense played inspired. They were running the football. This looks like a new Florida team under Billy Napier. Somehow, some way, they'll have to prove it. Yet again, next week, Texas, that's going to be a big game. But if they play like they did today, of course, it may not matter if they're down. Again, they're down to the third-string quarterback. But if they get DJ Lagway back, if they play like they have been playing, they're going to beat a couple of these teams. I really do think, or at least give them a game. That's all we're really trying to do under Billy Napier is make it competitive. Apparently 6-6 is good enough for him to return. So we are basically Arkansas now. Congratulations, Florida fans. Number 9, Alabama, you didn't play, but I did knock you a spot. Vanderbilt, you're at number 8. I think I knocked them a spot too. Just as impressive as this is your worst performance I think you played the entire season, and yet you won by 10 points. But mostly because that's dog shit Auburn. So nothing Vanderbilt did wrong. They seem to be fading a little bit. They seem banged up. Diego Pavia came out red hot and then they didn't complete a pass in the second and third quarter, and yet managed to beat Auburn on the road by 10. Now my dog's going off. Perfect timing here. LSU, you're number 7. You didn't play, but I did drop you a spot. South Carolina, huge jump up, skyrocketing up the rankings, number 6 at defense. Jesus, I mean they look like in the second half they may be the best defense in the country. The way they were playing in the second half. Shout out, what's her name, Casey, whatever her name is. She nailed that one. But I also look like an idiot because I said I don't believe in this offense. They scored 44 points on Texas A&M, just did whatever the hell they wanted to. The most rushing yards ever for a Shane Beamer team in an SEC game. Shout out the Gamecocks. This may be a playoff team, even with 3 losses. I mean, outside looking in, but if you get red hot, they deserve a shot. Number 5, Ole Miss. This is who I thought they were. And here's where we're getting into murky territory here because I don't know where in the hell to rank any of these top 5. But I'm giving Ole Miss number 5. You just completely pantsed Arkansas at home. Hell of a performance. You look ready for Georgia to come to you next weekend. Cannot wait for that game. Tennessee 4. I didn't move them. Probably could have. There was a moment there I thought they might even lose to Tennessee. It was that bad. But they won. They won by double digits. They dropped about 3 touchdowns. But Kentucky's awful. So don't, shoulda, coulda, they could have won by 21, 28. I don't care. They only won by 10 at home, at night. That was pretty bad. That was not great. But again, I don't know what the hell to do with these top 5. A&M 3, knocked them a spot. Yeah, they just got clobbered. Already seeing South Carolina fans pissed off in the comments. Again, this is on a neutral field. Team A meets Team B. Line those 2 teams up again. I like A&M over South Carolina. So you can't say you got one of the best home field advantages in the country, then get them at night and whoop their ass and then say, well, the home field didn't matter. I mean, it clearly mattered in this matchup. And A&M may have a problem here with the quarterback. Just saying. I mean, Marcel Reed's great coming off the bench. I don't know how he is as the starter, though. Texas, you didn't play. You moved up a spot just because of how bad A&M looked in the second half. So credit. Texas gets the win even though they didn't even play. And then Georgia, you stay at 1, but I don't feel good about it. Carson Beck doesn't look like, I don't know. He's looking worse each week. I don't know how to explain it. You still got a great defense, but any of these teams can beat any of them, apparently. I mean, I don't know. I don't have faith in any of these teams to win a national championship right now. You tell me I'm wrong. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to make of these teams. But, all right, let's get into it. Ooh, appreciate you. Joe T, $20 donation. Appreciate you. SEC Mike, is this Texas at Texas A&M going to decide who goes to the playoff? Because the Aggies have more impressive wins. It damn well could. They're both 1-loss teams in the conference. A&M's got 2 losses now. Cannot afford another. I think it does. I think the winner of this game is going to the playoff. Unless you caught our interview with Dave Bartu on Friday. It's pretty fascinating stuff. Because there's an opportunity where if you, let's say you're Texas or you're Texas A, it probably applies best to A&M. If A&M wins out, which would be beating Texas, they probably make the SEC championship. But if they lose in the SEC championship, they're out. They're not going to the playoff. I really don't think. And Dave Bartu's got the metrics to back that up. Unless A&M, if they win out, I don't think they're going to be top 4 because of this loss. They're going to be hovering around 8. And again, you'll have to go check that interview to check his data and all that. But so it's not a guarantee. If A&M beats Texas and goes to the SEC championship and loses, A&M could still not make the playoff. And if that happens, people are going to be saying, why in the hell are we playing this SEC championship if it's eliminating us from a playoff berth? But the same reason the sport does anything these days, money. They make a shit ton of money with the SEC championship. These Hugh Freeze tears are delicious. Cousin Danny, if any one other team besides the Vols won a game like that, Mike would praise them for a gritty win. Mike isn't a Vol fan. Well, that's kind of the whole point of this show. It's not supposed to be damn Tennessee dick sucking. I mean, Kentucky's awful. Let's throw up Kentucky's schedule the last couple weeks. Lose to dog shit Auburn at home by 2 touchdowns. Lose on the road to Florida by 28 points. And then lose at home to Vanderbilt by 7. And then we're supposed to be impressed because the backup quarterback had a 3-point it was a 3-point game till the very end. How in the hell? I mean, Danny must be drunker than I am. How can anyone be super impressed with Tennessee, what we saw today? I don't know. Sorry that we keep it real here. Is Stephen G, is this the craziest season? I think it is. And I love it. There's no dominant teams. Anybody can beat anybody except for Auburn and Mississippi State. But aside from that, I think anybody can beat anybody. And that makes for a hell of a Saturday. And I don't know about you guys. I mean, this is why I've been doing this all season. And people think I'm crazy, which I kind of am. But we said it. We said Kentucky can beat Ole Miss. Now, we didn't pick it, but we said it could happen. We said Arkansas could beat Tennessee. Hell, this week I said Kentucky could beat Tennessee. And I couldn't even get Nick Roush to agree with me. But they had their chances. I'm not saying they should have won that game, but they had their chances to win that game. Liquid says, Beck is not good. Looks like a wax figure that got left out in the sun. Oh, my God. That's Liquid's comments, not mine. But, Caleb says, Cousin Jelly fucking cursed us. Cousin Jelly's not missed a game. He's 1-0. His damn lock of the week. He's pretty proud of that right now. Oh, and Shade also wanted a message out there. He said the Aggies are trying to kill him, something like that, because he's not going to do his walks anymore. I don't think he was doing them to begin with. I think he did it for 2 days, which means he exceeded expectations. But, hey, shout out Cousin Wesley, just became a member of the channel. Welcome to the family. Jared gave us a little lemon here. Harrison Smith says 24 points. I don't know that I get that reference. Is that how many South Carolina whooped A&M's ass by tonight? 24? I believe it is. Yep, 44-20. So that's true. That's true. Payne, appreciate you. He gave us $5. What's A&M about to be ranked after that catastrophe? And I assume you mean in the playoff bowl, because that's all that really matters, right? So Bartu had A&M at number 5 after dropping a game like this. Probably 12-13, if I had to guess. I mean, this is a blow, because I don't even know if South Carolina was ranked before that. They should be. South Carolina should be top 20 right now. Hell, let's go to South Carolina's schedule real quick. So, again, you got robbed against LSU. I'm going to say that for the whole season, because it's true. Ole Miss, you got your ass whooped, but Alabama had your chances. Probably should have won that one, too. So we're 5-3. Really should be 6-2. And 4-2 in the SEC is what we should be. That's a top 20 resume right there. That's why I'm saying, again, Vanderbilt could be an impressive win. Missouri's going to have a winning record. Clemson, well, Clemson just hurt your strength of schedule. They got their ass whooped tonight. So it's very unlikely that South Carolina can make the playoff because they got that third loss. But, I think it could be close if they win out. They may have the best damn defense in the country. Whew. All right, I appreciate you too. Rebel by 90. He's having a good day. Team won big by 50 damn points on the road. Welcome to the family. Marshall, appreciate you, brother. He just gave us $5. He says A&M crapped the bed tonight. Can't take away from Elko's accomplishments in year one, though. It's not over for A&M. Everything's still in front of them. Beat Auburn, dog shit Auburn, beat New Mexico State, beat Texas, and we're sitting here at 10-2, and we're in the SEC championship, can still win the national championship. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think one performance takes away from anything. I really don't. So, yeah, I wouldn't be. I mean, you got to be upset. You got your ass whooped tonight. Didn't see that coming, but it's not the end all be all. Seth, appreciate you, brother. He just became a member of the channel. Be creepy. Appreciate you. He just gave us $5. Because Mike going to have to stop saying if when I say win. 2-0, ready for Mizzou the 16th. The party ain't over if Carolina apart from Clemson. And yeah, Be Creepy's called each of these South Carolina wins. So he's exactly right. Just became a member. Appreciate you, brother. And JP, what a guy. What a guy. Just gifted a membership to Greg Puckett. Welcome to the family. Whoa, and Greg Puckett. Fire off some questions for me here if you got any. Just a wild weekend here in the SEC. I'm happy to see the Texas fans are back in the comments. 1 week off and Texas A&M goes down. We got nothing but Texas people in here. Yet again, I love to see it. They're not poor sports at all. Cousin Brian, it's been a while, man. He says Vols are meat grinding quarterbacks on their way to Athens. That's true. And again, the way that Carson Beck is playing, you still got to favor Georgia in Athens against Tennessee. But if he's throwing all these interceptions, Tennessee can beat them. I mean, this is not a stretch. Any of these teams can beat any of these teams, except for Auburn and Mississippi State, because they both suck. But everybody else seemingly can beat each other. So that, to me, that's going to make a hell of a close to the season here. Next week, Bill says, next week Bama gets taken out in Death Valley. Yeah, the loser of that game is out, and Alabama may already be out, believe it or not. I know people are not buying that, but I think it could be true. Roger says, Vol D is better than South Carolina Junior D. Nope, I don't believe so. I do not believe so. We have seen both of them play Kentucky. One of them play Kentucky at home, one of them play Kentucky on the road. I don't even think it's comparable right now. Give me South Carolina. I think they're significantly better. Jim says Texas and OU looking to go to the ACC. They could win that league, no doubt. Coach Beamer won't be on the hot seat. Yep, that's breaking news there. Good stuff there. Joe T, appreciate you. If anything makes me happy is that Mr. Heisman, Diego Pavia, beat dog shit Auburn. SEC Mike, which side are you on, Longhorns or Aggies? I'm going to have to go Aggies on that one. Of course. Come on. I do have Texas ranked higher in the power rankings, though, but that game's in Kyle Field, so that could be the difference there. Jackson Dart, the best quarterback in the SEC, says Tall Tin Timbers. Could be. I mean, he looked at today. What do you have, 6 touchdowns? That was incredible. Hog fan, could Arkansas get John Summerall? Why not? You're going to have to beat Kentucky to get him, though. What's a better job? That's probably the bigger question. Arkansas or Kentucky? Ask John Calipari, I guess. Anything else? We got some, fire away at some questions here if you got them. What is Ole Miss path to the playoff? I mean, you got to win out. That's the only path to the playoff. And that may not even do it. But beating Georgia, as long as Georgia doesn't completely go off the rails here, Florida, which could be a nice win, but probably not because they're going to rack up some losses here, and Mississippi State, you have no more, other than Georgia, opportunity to impress the committee. So that's the only path, and you're probably going to need some help to get there, but your 2 losses only being by a combined 6 points, I think that helps. So these blowouts, I think that kill people. So you got to win out. And the larger the margin you can win, the better, I think. Anything else here? As this booze is starting to hit me now. So, Actually, I can. They're saying I can't. People think Tennessee has a better defense than South Carolina? What are we watching here, people? What are we watching here? I can't believe that. Did we not just see Gavin Wimsatt? Do you even know who Gavin Wimsatt is? I bet 99% of you didn't even know who that was until today. He's going up and down the field on Tennessee. I mean, what are we doing here? I don't think they're. I don't know. I don't think they're it right now. I really don't. Meanwhile, South Carolina, I mean, they're just like a goddamn nightmare to every team they play. They're just insane off the edge. So, no, give me. I think that's. I mean, it's close, but give me the edge to South Carolina for sure. Tennessee has a much better offense than South Carolina. Carl says, appreciate you, brother. My Vols off the bye week, negative 1,000. I'm pissed. Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, Tennessee has not looked good. This was twice now coming off a bye. The other one was Arkansas loss, and then this. So the good news is Tennessee's got no more byes. So they can't look bad off a bye coming off again. Vols versus Vandy, SEC, that SEC podcast meetup event, we should do it. We got to get Shane up here. That's the big question. See if he's allowed to. I don't know if he will be, but if he can make it, I'd be down to do it. What else we got here? What else? A lot of people in here. I'm trying to catch up with all these comments here. Mizzou or Sooners next week? I'm a Mizzou fan, but the hype for this game seems to really dwindled as the. I mean, I didn't even know there was hype anymore for it. I don't believe Brady Cook is going to play. That's what I've heard. It's not final or anything, but without him, I don't think Missouri's got a shot. Hell, quite frankly, they've not looked good with Brady Cook this entire season. Not on offense really. So I lean Oklahoma, but I'm not very confident in it. I mean, hell, Oklahoma got down to Maine today, so yeah, I guess I slightly lean Oklahoma. Last time the Dogs had a letdown game before a top 10 match, they smoked their next opponent on the road. Sure. But how many times are we going to do this with Georgia? They have essentially every game's been a letdown, aside from one. Even Clemson, that first half was a dud. I mean, they kind of are who they are, I think. I think they are just, I think Texas was overrated. You know, they thought they were going to march their way undefeated national champ. They're not even close to that. And Georgia does have an elite defense, but it didn't look elite today against many Florida backups. So I don't know. We have seen Georgia, 8 times? And we're just sitting here saying, well, maybe the 9th game they'll turn it on. I mean, they are who they are. They are who they are. And they have no elite scoring efficiency, offense or defense. So, Cousin Shane says Tennessee defense does compare to South Carolina. I don't know if he means does not or if he means does. Who knows? Who knows with that guy? But I think he's on cloud 9 right now because he nailed the South Carolina pick. Who am I picking to win it all? Well, I only pick SEC teams. So if I had to pick one, I just got done trashing Georgia. Give me Georgia. Because I think they have the best defense of any team out there. They just got some monsters over there. And they have talent on offense, but I don't trust Carson Beck. So I don't feel good about that. I think Texas could do it. I think A&M could do it. Crazy or not, I think Tennessee could do it if they got their head out of their ass on offense. But who's going to do it? I don't know. I don't have a clue. And it'll probably be one of these cheating ass Big Ten teams if I had, like Indiana or something stupid. I'm just kidding. It ain't going to be Indiana. All right. Anything else for me? Fire away some questions here. I'm trying to find a good one here. Who's your pick right now? Thomas says. Appreciate you, Thomas. Who's your picks right now for the SEC title game? Georgia. Just got done kissing up to them. Let's throw up their schedule. I mean, oh, man, that's a great question, though, because I kind of, I really think Ole Miss can beat Georgia. I really do. Now, will they? It's a different story. Lane Whiffen, he can't win a big game. I would probably lean Georgia. Well, what's Trey Harris' status? That could be a game changer. He suited up today, didn't play. That could be an X factor there. But let's just say, for shits and giggles, let's say Ole Miss beats Georgia. Does Georgia still get there with 2 SEC losses. Let's go to Ole Miss. I mean, again, if Ole Miss is beating Georgia, they're probably winning out, right? Because Florida's not going to probably beat them, and Mississippi State's not going to beat them. Ole Miss has the tiebreaker over Georgia, so we'd have to give one of the spots to Ole Miss, and then the other one. How about A&M and Texas? If Texas wins out, it's Texas. If A&M wins out, it's A&M. So, damn, this is tight. I really need some money to answer this question, Thomas. But I'm going to do it for you because I know you've been here a long time. Give me A&M and Georgia. I think that those are the teams it'll be. It's Cock-Vober. They've changed it from Cocktober to Cock-Vember. I'm drunk, sorry. But, all right, anything else? Let's see. I really like that question, though, Thomas. Pop goes to culture. Appreciate you. Does it piss you off when the out-of-conference teams think they have any idea how tough and chaotic it is in the SEC, and they think they would come in and not get destroyed by Vandy? No, it doesn't piss me off. I get a kick out of that. I think it's hilarious because we all know that all these teams, even Ohio State, even Michigan last year, had they had to go through the SEC, they probably would have had 3 losses. Yeah, I mean, all these teams would get exposed. That's absolutely true. And that doesn't mean there aren't good teams outside the SEC, but there's a difference between having to play 1 or 2 marquee games in a regular season and potentially, like look at Georgia's schedule. I mean, again, Georgia may win it all, and we may be picking Georgia apart because they had to play Clemson. They had to play Bama, at Bama. They had to play at Texas. Florida, who's improving. Now they got to go at Ole Miss. Then they got to go Tennessee. I mean, that's a damn murderer's row. And of course, Florida, I mean, on and on and on. A lot of these teams, Oklahoma's getting destroyed right now. Their schedule's insane. It's just a different beast down here. And anyone that says differently is just foolish, I think. The Kingdom. Jared, he's asking Cousin Shane, are you going to lock LSU this week? And he's trying to, is it Shane or is it Jelly going to lock the game? We'll have to find out because Jelly's undefeated. Shane loses damn near every time. But the streak was busted this week, so. Kyle, appreciate you. Is Stoops the worst coach in the SEC? No, sir. That goes to Hugh Freeze. I know Hugh Freeze beat him last week, but still, I give that to Hugh Freeze. He's earned it with his dumbassery this year. Joe T says, SEC Mike, Aggies are going to win it all, or I'm moving to Barcelona. Probably should buy your tickets now. After what we just witnessed in Columbia, South Carolina, but I like the passion. We're going to hold you to that one. Okay. Got any other questions? We're about to hit the 30-minute mark here. Here we go. Whoa. Gave us $9. Appreciate you, brother. Texas, 76 wins. A&M, 37 wins all time. Just for the record, I think Texas O-line can rebound after that Georgia smacking versus Texas. Yeah, I mean, certainly could, but I don't know. They seem to get exposed a little bit there, don't you think? Back-to-back SEC games. Didn't cover. Well, throw in Oklahoma if you want. I mean, the 3, I don't know. It seems to be racking up on them a little bit. Now, all of a sudden, they get Florida. Florida's, again, improved team. We'll see who their quarterback is. But already looking ahead, I'm telling you. See, I think this is the issue that Texas fans are going to find themselves in. We're already looking ahead to November 30th. We got 3 games before there. And if you do that too much, you're going to lose one of those, at least one of those. Carl says, Vandy is the only one who made me money. Crazy how the SEC, no dominant team. That's what it is right now. Cousin Shane, how big is the first playoff ranking show? It's going to be massive, no doubt. It's going to be awesome. We're going to do a live reaction show while it's going on, so we'll give you our reactions in real time. I just committed Shane to that without his knowledge, but I'm sure he's fine with it. But yeah, that's going to be wild. Who gets the Red Solo Cup award this week? That would probably go to some kind of crazy South Carolina fan, if I had to guess. All right, let's see. Man, I'm so behind on these comments. Pop goes to culture. He says, if Ole Miss keeps playing like they did today, who can stop them? Georgia, probably. Georgia can stop them. Yeah, here's the problem. You don't want to run your mouth going into Georgia week. Texas found out that's not the strategy that works. You got to go in there saying they're going to whoop your ass. That's what everybody was saying about Florida. And then all of a sudden, we had us a ball game deep into the fourth quarter. So, yeah, I mean, just because Ole Miss had one impressive showing, I mean, this was the first time. Let's throw up their schedule real quick here. I believe that was the first time, that they scored more than 30 points in an SEC game. So don't get this, we're dominant now. No, don't be that guy, because these next two teams will whoop your ass. I mean, Georgia's a hell of a lot better than Kentucky and better than LSU. And hell, I think Florida. We know Florida's better than Kentucky. And I think Florida may be better than LSU with a healthy quarterback, which I don't know that they have a healthy quarterback, but Brett says, if we could steal their baseball coach, I think Mike Elko would look good in a horns box. Go steal him. Go steal him. That'd be kind of hilarious. JR, appreciate you, brother. Always appreciate you with the memberships. He gave one to cousin Jordan. Jordan, welcome to the family. But, all right, one thing before I hop off here again. I'm going to recap SEC Power Rankings, and I don't feel comfortable at all with any of these top five. Put them in any order. Probably wouldn't disagree with you. Georgia, number 1. Texas, number 2. A&M, 3. Tennessee, 4. Ole Miss, 5. South Carolina, 6. LSU, 7th. Vanderbilt, 8. Alabama, 9. Florida, 10. Arkansas, 11. Oklahoma, 12. Missouri, 13. Dogshit Auburn, 14. Kentucky, 15. And Mississippi State, dead last, once again, where they belong this season. But that's going to do it for this episode of the show. Be here Sunday. Recap, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 Central. Be here, be there. And I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out. We'll catch you on the next one.